Here's the nitty-gritty for registering Wisconsin Democrats. In Wisconsin, you can register Democrats with a smartphone or with a paper form. We'll start with the quickest and easiest option, using your smartphone. But first, a quick fashion note. Because Wisconsin does not ask party preference, it's super important to wear a liberal-looking t-shirt, hat, and/or pin. They give you a powerful force field that keeps Republicans away. Even though you'll be using your smartphone to register people, it's a good idea to bring a clipboard too, with some paper registration forms as a backup option. Also, bring a sign-up sheet for people who want election reminders, and your copy of the Wisconsin Brief for reference. A few applications for absentee ballots will be useful too. Be sure to have a black pen handy. Now, go to myvote.wi.gov. That's the website for the State of Wisconsin Elections Commission. Select My Voter Info. Now, you're ready to go into the field and find someone who wants to get registered. In Wisconsin, a real problem for voters is getting purged from the electoral database. So, one way to break the ice with people is to say, I'm a volunteer checking people's voter status, because sometimes people have been removed from the voter rolls and they aren't even aware of it. Can I check your status for you? If they say, I'm registered, I just voted in the last election, say, that's great. Then ask, would you like to sign up to vote by mail? It's super convenient. Voting by mail dramatically increases voting rates, so whenever we can, we try to sign people up for it. We'll cover the details later. But first, if someone says, yes, I'd like to check my voter status, on your phone, bring up the My Voter Info page. Scroll down, enter their first and last name and their birth date. Show them your phone and make absolutely sure you entered their information correctly. Then tap Search. If they're already registered, you'll see this. Tell them the good news. You're registered. Then ask, would you like to sign up to vote by mail? If they're not registered, you'll see this, which means you have just found a wonderful person to add to the voter rolls. Tell them, it shows you're not registered. Can I help you register right now? It only takes a couple of minutes. Most people will say yes. Occasionally, someone will say yes, but insist on using their own phone. If so, that's fine. Offer to walk them through it right now, so it gets done. Tap on the Register to Vote button. Step 1. What you will need. Now ask, do you have a current, valid Wisconsin driver's license or state ID card? If yes, say, great, we can register you right now. If they say, I have a license but I don't have it with me, tell them that's okay. They can get their license number right now from the Department of Transportation website, if they know their Social Security number. If they do not know their Social Security number or do not have an ID, they'll have to register using a paper form, and we'll cover that later. Now, scroll down and tap Continue to Step 2. Step 2. Eligibility. Make sure they're a citizen. Very important. Confirm their age. Get their birth date. Confirm they have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID card. Enter the number and its expiration date. Ask if by election day they will have lived at their address for at least 28 consecutive days. Confirm they are not serving time for a felony conviction, including probation, parole, or supervision. Ask if a court determined them to be ineligible to vote. This applies to very few people, so almost everyone will answer no. Tap Continue to Step 3. Step 3. name. Enter their first, middle, and last name, and any suffix like junior or senior, exactly as it appears on their ID. Ask if they are a military or permanent overseas voter. If so, mark accordingly, and then ask them, did you know that because of your special status, you are eligible to vote online? Note, in Wisconsin, only military or permanent overseas voters are eligible for this special benefit. Tap Continue to Step 4. Step 4. Address. Enter the current address where they physically live. This will replace any previous address they have on file. Be sure to ask if there's an apartment, unit, or room number. If someone is experiencing homelessness or does not have a street number or address, they'll have to register using a paper form. Scroll down. If their mailing address is different from their physical address, click here. Email and phone are optional, but get them anyway. The county may need them to resolve any problems with their registration. Now is a good time to ask, would you like to receive email or text election reminders telling you when and where to vote? If so, take out the sign-up sheet on your clipboard and add their name, email, and phone number. And if they seem receptive, ask if they'd like to volunteer with us too. If so, check off that box on the sign-up sheet. Now, tap Continue to Step 5. Step 5. Review. Show the person your phone. Have them review everything you've entered for accuracy and click the box at the bottom saying, I certify that the above information is true and correct. Click Continue to Step 6. Step 6. Confirmation. If you see this page, it means you have successfully registered someone to vote in Wisconsin. Ask if they'd like to be emailed a confirmation, and if so, enter their email address and click Send Email. Now, give them a sticker in return for saving the world, and thank them for being a voter. There may be times out in the field when you have questions. Fortunately, the super smart experts at the Wisconsin Elections Commission will be happy to help you. They're available 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday at 608-266-8005. That's 608-266-8005. If someone says, I'm already registered, and now they want to sign up to vote by mail, go to the My Vote Wisconsin page and select My Voter Info. Scroll down. Enter their first and last name and their birth date and tap Search. Make sure their name and address are correct, then scroll down and tap Start here to request an absentee ballot. Check the box confirming name and address are correct. Scroll down, check any options that apply, then tap Continue. On the next page, request absentee ballots for all elections for the current calendar year. Then tap Continue. Now, have them double-check their information is correct. Then, scroll down and click the box confirming all of this is true. And tap the Request Ballot button. If you see this next page, show them your phone and say, Congratulations, you've signed up to vote absentee by mail. Let them know you must renew your absentee ballot request every calendar year to get ballots for all elections that year. Sometimes a person does not have the required photo ID on file with the Wisconsin Elections Commission, and you'll see this request requires a photo ID. If this happens, no worries. Scroll down and it gives you the option to upload a photo ID. Tell the person, to finish the application, I need to take a picture of your driver's license or state ID and uploaded to the Elections Commission website. People are usually fine with this. If not, they can do this whole process on their own phone. Or they can send in a copy of their ID with a paper application. Coming up, we'll show you how to speedily register Democrats with a paper form. But first, a quick reminder. Whenever you can, it's helpful to give people some basic facts about Democrats, such as the Democratic Party is the one major party fighting Trumpism and the extremist Republicans. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are the heads of the Democratic Party, and Trump was the head of the Republican Party. Democrats are the only party fighting for civil rights, abortion rights, and LGBTQ+ rights. Democrats made the biggest ever investment in climate rescue and are lowering inflation and bringing back good jobs. Democrats are working to expand health care and make college more affordable. Facts about Democrats help people make good election choices. Now, here's how to register a Democrat using a paper form. Always make sure to use a black pen. Start with the 4 deal-breaker questions. Make sure the person is a citizen. If their citizenship is in question in any way, do not register them. It can derail the naturalization process, the last thing we want to do. Then, make sure the person will be at least 18 years old by Election Day. Ask if by Election Day they will have lived at their address for at least 28 consecutive days. Confirm they're not on parole, probation, or extended supervision for a felony conviction. Next, get their last, first, and middle name and any suffix like junior or senior, so that it matches their driver's license or state ID. Get their date of birth. Phone number and email are optional, but get them anyway. The municipal clerk may need these to resolve any problems. It also allows Get Out the Vote efforts to contact them later. Address is where they physically live, not a P.O. box. This can be a women's shelter or a homeless shelter. Always ask if there's an apartment, unit, or room number. If they are military or a permanent overseas voter, mark accordingly. If their mailing address is different from where they live, enter that here. Otherwise, skip this. If someone is experiencing homelessness or does not have a street number or address, use the map on page 2 to mark where they stay. Next to the map is information about what else they'll need to complete their application. If previously registered, enter previous name and/or address. If not, skip this. Now, you need the person's current, valid Wisconsin driver's license or state ID number. It must have their current address and not be expired. If they don't have a current and valid Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, they can use the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. If they have neither, mark the box below and continue. The registrar will reach out to them and get that info later. Now comes the tricky part, proof of residence. When registering to vote with a paper form, you must provide a valid proof of residence document. It must have your current name and address. On page 2 of the form is a list of acceptable proof of residence documents. They include an employee ID with a photograph, a recent utility bill, a paycheck or pay stub, a bank or credit card statement, or a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID card. But whatever they choose, remember, it must have their current name and address. People often use their Wisconsin driver's license or state ID card as proof of residence. they have one of these or another acceptable proof of residence document with them, tell them, to finish getting you registered, I need to take a picture of your proof of residence. Later, I'll print out a paper copy and send it and your application to the municipal clerk. Then I'll delete the picture from my phone. If they have no valid proof of residence with them, say, when you get home, you'll need to make a copy of one of these documents listed on page 2 of the form. Then mail it along with the application to the municipal clerk. Pre-check the box that confirms proof of residence will be sent. Now, hand them the clipboard so they can check the form for accuracy. Then have them sign it and date it. You do not need to sign the form unless you actually had to sign it for them. If you've taken a picture of their proof of residence document, keep the form yourself. When you get home, print out a copy of their proof of residence and send both to the municipal clerk as soon as possible. To find the address of your municipal clerk, go to the My Vote Wisconsin page. Scroll down to the bottom, tap Find My Municipal Clerk, enter your address, tap Search, and there it is. If they did not have proof of residence with them, give them the form. Remind them it's all filled out and ready to go. All they need to do is make a copy of their proof of residence and send both to their municipal clerk. Now that you've helped register them, give them a sticker in return for saving the world. And ask if they'd like to vote by mail. It's super convenient. If yes, give them an application for absentee ballot. Great job! Congratulations! You've just added another Wisconsin Democrat to the voter rolls, bringing us one step closer to victory. This is how we win. Got questions? Find all the materials that you need at fieldteam6.org. Look under Resources and select Voter Drive in a Box.